Tasha. I hope y'all having a great day. Man, I have been through a fight to try to record this video with y'all, all right? And I'm laughing because now I'm starting to understand when the content creators get on there and they be like, man, I had to fight to get on here, and you be thinking to yourself like, come on, you just recording the video. But there's so much to go into it, as far as just even making sure you're in the right mindset, you got the right energy, okay? Because energy transfers, okay? So just making sure you got the right energy when you're speaking about something. So anyways, I've been wanting to get to y'all for the longest. The subject is leadership. I don't have like a blueprint out that I'm, nothing that I'm a read off of, no script or anything. I'm just going to talk, about personal experience, and also talk about, some things that I may have witnessed. But a few things that some of us might know or might need to know is readers are leaders, okay? I know some people be like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with being a leader, this, and that, but you got to continue to be dedicated to self-development, because we all are work in progress. So none of us has ever arrived fully, okay? So we all are work in progress. So readers are leaders, okay? Whether you reading a self-help book, like a motivational book, or, I have heard some leaders that I listen to that say they don't they don't read nobody else's books, they just read the Bible. So whatever it is, readers are leaders, okay? That is very true. All right, so that's one of the characteristics of being a leader. And also, leaders are great followers, okay? I feel like you got to be a follower for a period of time in order to be able to lead other people. And that can be true in some instances, but you also got your leaders that are innovators, okay? And so if you're an innovator, that means you kind of had to figure things out as you went, and you didn't have nobody to lead you or had nobody to look up to and to guide you, which I find that really hard to believe, considering nothing is new under the sun, as the book of Ecclesiastes says, which I've been reading this past week. But I do believe that leaders are good followers. You got to be a good follower to be a good leader. And you got to love people. You got to have a heart for people. And it reminded me is it got to be bigger than you. You got to have a big vision. Like, it got to be a big picture. It can't be just about you. You got to, basically, I'm just paraphrasing it, but you got to begin with the end in mind. And most leaders have a crusade, meaning they got something they believe in. They got something that they fighting for. They got something that they would die for, okay? When we think about some great leaders, we think about like Michael Max in the justice area, as far as, justice for, Black Americans. We think about what other great leaders that can come to mind right now that done something and you just remember their name, be like, wow. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. What I'm trying to say is, whatever area you in, whatever industry you want to dominate, it got to be something that you personally believe in, okay? I know for me, when I was selling, I was working in sales, I was really passionate about what I was teaching people. I was teaching people about, hey, buy term insurance and invest the difference. Hey, you need to know this. When you die, what's going to happen to your family? What's going to happen to your kids? This is stuff that I believe that wasn't taught to us in school. So I believed in it wholeheartedly. I believe that we all need to save for retirement. So it was a no-brainer for me. Okay, so as I believed, I was able to attract other people into believing. But we're going to talk more about that in a second. But yeah, we just hitting a little bit on leadership. And when I talk about leadership, I'm not talking about the worldly leadership, as far as leading being manipulative or being deceptive, or leading by intimidation. That's one of the worst things you can do, is lead by intimidation. But leading by example, okay? You want people to respect you, okay? You want to be like a do it first kind of leader, meaning that, hey, they respect you so much because they seen you did it, or they heard your story, they know your story. And when you hear people speak, a lot of times you can tell, if they speaking from theory or if they speaking from, hey, they actually was out there in the trenches and they did it. Just to give y'all a quick example, it was about a month ago. I had took my sister to a breakfast brunch for her birthday, and it was a live band there, a live R&B band. And the guy, he came to the table and he was talking to us or whatever. And then he got to talking about But now I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he's one of the lead singers of the band. So it kind of caught me off guard, but I had to go with my intuition because he started talking about boxing, and he was saying that somebody about to fight somebody. Y'all, I don't know much about boxing, so I can't really go into the details, but the way he was talking about it, I paused for a minute and I looked at him. I said, "You used to box, didn't you?" And he was like, "Yeah." And it was just like, man, like, you could just tell when people speaking from theory, and then when they speaking from, hey, they was out there in the trenches and they really did it. So what I'm saying is, you want your people to respect you. Whoever you want to buy into your vision and to follow you and to be a crusader with you, you want them to respect you. And when you telling them your story, they gonna know if you was actually in the trenches or not, okay? Like, y'all can tell just from me telling y'all this quick example that I never boxed before, right? But if y'all heard him say, y'all be like, man, this man was out there, he boxed before. So, man, some things you just can't fake it, okay? You just can't fake it. But anyways, leadership is one of those things where you can't measure the heart of a man or woman. Like, most people that are leaders, in my opinion, they were born leaders already. They probably got put into different situations where they had to help develop their skills, maybe their people skills and everything. Because you got to understand, as a leader, your greatest asset is people. Your greatest asset is not technology. Your greatest asset is not your products and services. Your greatest asset is people. So you got to learn how to love on people. You got to have a heart for people. You got to have a compassion for people. And you got to have a heart to want to see the best in people. Okay? So anyways, y'all, I kind of got on the tangent a little bit. But this is one of my favorite subjects. I got more about leadership that I'll talk about. But this is just some of the beginning stages, as far as me just freestyling a little bit. But if you're in the beginning stages of your leadership, a lot of times you feeling rejected. You feeling like don't nobody believe in you. Ain't nobody buying into your vision. You might feel alone. And those are your testing days, if you ask me. Those days where you just being really tested by the universe to see if you really who you say you are, or is this what you really want to do. Okay? And when you get to that second level leadership, and it's just me speaking off the top of my head, but that's when you become more independent, you become more confident. It gets to the point where it's like, hey, I know what I know. And when you know what you know, can't nobody tell you nothing. And people love that confidence, okay? They love that confidence, and then you go out there and you win. And a lot of times you win by yourself, or you got a couple of people that bought into the vision in the beginning. But when you get to that third level leadership, I think they call it interdependence. And I'm going to say with interdependence, I got to look up the definition, but with interdependence, I'm going to say that's when you get to the part in your life where you a leader of leaders, okay? Because leaders attract leaders, okay? So you become a leader of leaders. You got some stakeholders out there. You got some people out there that's backing you up. I mean, you got a team now, okay? And you don't want to lead off of just having a bunch of followers. Your real leadership is in my opinion, the result of your real leadership is being able to produce or help produce other leaders. And when I say that is, I'm not saying, because I don't believe that we can make leaders, because I believe it's already within them, but I believe we can help develop leaders, okay, by leading by example, by putting our people's interests in front of our own interests, and just loving on people. Overall, that's the biggest thing, if you ask me, is loving on people, having a big vision where everybody can fit in your vision, and not being selfish, okay? So anyways, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and quiet this out for the night, because I got to go to work in the morning, y'all. But I pray that this video help somebody, especially if you're in your beginning stages, or even if you're in your middle stages, and you just wanted to, pretty much just get some reassurance on leadership, okay? But yeah, just stand up for what you believe in, okay? If you build it, the people will come, okay? Set yourself on fire and they'll come watch you burn, all right? Lead from the front, okay? Lead by example, all right? Do it first, all right? And I just want to add this in before I get off of here. Leadership starts in the house. If you got children, that's where leadership starts, okay? Your children watch everything you do. trust and believe that they watch everything you do, okay? And some things is caught, not taught. So I know sometimes parents don't like to take the responsibility for, some of the things that the kids do if it's not so good, but they want to take responsibility of the things that the kids do that's good. But you gotta understand that leadership starts first in the household, okay? I know I spent years and years going to business meetings, and I used to take my son with me when he was growing up, and he was a little kid. I remember one time he came to me and he was like, "Ma, you never win if you never begin." And he was like in the 3rd or 4th grade. I'm like, what? He like, "Ma, you never win if you never begin." And I just remember those days, and it just made my heart smile, because I was like, wow. I was like, he really is paying attention. And I believe that helped him throughout his his years in school, and he accomplished a lot with his years in school. And also at some of the schools, especially when he was in high school, it was a lot of great men there, like teachers and principals and the security guards. They were all really helpful and involved in helping with his leadership too. So I wish I could go back and just give him a shout out, but we ain't gonna go there. But I kind of went on a tangent, but I just want y'all to know the importance of leadership, because it's bigger than you. You leave an impact on people's lives. People remember you for a long time. I think the Bible says something about a good name is better than silver and gold. So anyways, y'all, like I said, I hope that encouraged y'all and gave y'all some insight, and y'all have a great, amazing day, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right, good night.